All right, good morning and welcome to Mishnayos. Today we're learning Maseches Kilayim Perek Vav, Mishnayos Chet and Tet. They basically talking about the same type of idea over here. Is that we mentioned previous Mishnayos that if you have uh, a vine and it's wrapped around the pergola, or a parpiot, it's extended upon lattice work, or even Mishnah Test even talks about a single vine where it's not an oris, it's not five vines, it's a single vine, and the branches of the vine are just floating in midair somewhere. Directly underneath, you can't plant. Um, but if it's not directly on the sides, you could plant something else. And it says in both Mishnah Chet and Mishnah Ted that if you plant, for example, if you tie a rope between two trees as mora, you try one of the vines, you want to extend the vine from one tree to the other tree, I guess for decorative purposes or to help it grow in a different area. So if it's not long enough to reach, the Mishnah Ted, it says it's not long enough to reach from one tree to the other tree, and you use a rope to tie to the zmora, so therefore under the rope is not usher to plant something else. But if the rope is meant that you should hope that the vine will extend and grow on top of the rope, even though it didn't happen yet, it's technically usher to plant underneath the rope something else. Now, even though the vine is not there, and even though it's not an aris, it's a single vine. So what's going on over here? There seems to be, it's almost a gzeira. If you plan to plant underneath, the zmora should go there, the vine should go there, even though right now it's not underneath it. So first of all, what's the din underneath the vine itself? It's usher. It's usher to plant underneath. Is that midoraisa or is that midorabbanan? So we see from Mishnah Test that it's talking about a single vine. It's not talking about a karim. The person is talking about a karim. Only a karim can usher something. By growing with it, by nutrition, that it grows 1/200th, or it gets unika under an aris, underneath the vine, even there's no nutrition, or a single vine doesn't provide nutrition to the plant planted underneath. It's obviously a din derabanan or a din deraisa, because there is a din that if you plan on the vine going around this rope, or in Mishnah Ches, you plan that the vines extend around part of a beam that they're not wrapped around right now, it's technically usher. So that's the gzeira. It's a gzeira that on the future it's going to be underneath. So if you want to make a gzeira, you have to make a gzeira on a din d'oraisa. You don't make a gzeira on a din d'rabbanan. It'll be a gzeira l'gzeira. So therefore, we're forced to say that directly underneath the zmora right now must be a d'oraisa. One must be d'oraisa. Now, this is where Mishnah Ted is talking about a single vine. That's not going to cause nutrition. It's not going to have unika. It's not going to provide nutrition for the growing branch, for the growing zera, the other plant underneath it. So it must be that there's a din of ervuvia. Right? We explained that ervuvia is a din by kerem. This is Kilayim ervuvia looks like a mixture. That is a din d'oraisa. It looks like a mixture. So it must be that even by a single vine, directly underneath it, it looks like a mixture, which is an interesting halacha. We learned that it's already considered, even by a vineyard, under one vine, directly underneath it, it looks like an ervuvia. It looks like ervuvia, and therefore, if you plan that the vine should grow in a different place, that'd be gzeira derabanan. We're worried about what happened in the future, where it'll look like an ervuvia. I would say that's derabanan, but underneath it's deraisa. But I still don't think there'll be aser mishum unika, that it would aser b'di'evid, it would aser the wheat or whatever you planted directly underneath the vine, because. And that's why I also mentioned an aris. An aris, even though it has a din of a karim in some regards, we mentioned in terms of unika, it doesn't have a din of unika. It's not strong enough to be yonik, to give nutrients to a different plant and mix the taste of different crops. It's only because of their ervuvia, but it would be called an ervuvia direct underneath. And if you plan on continuing its growth, we would go to the rabbanan because of the future. Hope you enjoyed today's share. See you tomorrow.